Hi, everybody. Joe Cioffi here, weather in 5 days and 5 minutes on this Friday, the 2nd of February. And yes, the road saw his shadow, or didn't see his shadow, I should say. So that means that supposedly winter is over with. Some people might make the argument that winter never really got started, but that's a matter of debate, I guess. In the meantime, we could just look at what's going on now and just come to the conclusion that we have mostly dry conditions to deal with over the next 7 days. Now, that might not look to be the case as we look at what's going on right now. The weather front that has pushed on through, there's a wave developing offshore, and as a result, it's kept much of the eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England in clouds and even some light rain this afternoon. So we're just kind of waiting for all of this to organize and move away to the east so that we can finally get into some of the drier air that's to the west and north. Now, this air mass coming down this high is not especially cold. I mean, when we look at some of the temperatures back through here in southern Canada, they're all in the low and mid 20s. That is not a cold air mass that is building into the northeast. And I think we're going to just continue to see above normal temperatures uh, most of the time through much of next week. Not far from normal, but still probably on the plus side of normal. And we still are dealing with cloud cover. I mean, it's been amazing how persistent the cloud cover has been for so long now. But once this low develops, we should finally start to see improvement. I thought maybe we would start to see it this afternoon, but unfortunately, this is taking longer to get out of the way. But I think it should get out of the way in time for the weekend. Meanwhile, we've got moisture building up in Texas. We've got moisture moving into the Rockies, and there's still plenty of moisture in the western part of the United States. And this is where we see a lot of winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories up and down the Rockies and also in the Sierra Nevadas. We've got flood watches up and down the coast of California as heavy rains continue there. And as we check the radar, as of 3 p.m., you can see there's still some light rain around from Long Island to southern New Jersey, slowly sliding to the southeast. The rest of the northeast is fine. And we're starting to see moisture gather an arm of rain showers from Texas northwestward into Kansas and into eastern Colorado. Turns to snow in the mountains up and down the Rockies. And we've got rain and snow going on in California as moisture continues to come in from off the Pacific Ocean. Storm Prediction Center today's got a slight risk of severe weather in central Texas. And that is also probably going to come with some tornado risk as we check that out. Yes, indeed. It's a 2% tornado risk there. Now, for tomorrow, it's a marginal risk along the coastal bend of Texas and the southernmost coast of Louisiana. Also, here we have a small area of 2% tornado risk. And then day three, the marginal risk shifts to central and southern Florida as this low pressure area moving across the Gulf of Mexico is actually going to track so far to the south that it's going to move over the state of Florida and then head out to the east, probably to the south of Bermuda. Maine to northern South Carolina, no precipitation forecast for the next 7 days. Further south, southern Georgia, down to Florida, west across the Gulf states, anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to an inch and a half plus in some places. And also in the west, loaded in California for the next 7 days. We're looking at several to many inches from San Diego all the way up to Northern California. And it's actually uh, the southern part of the state, Los Angeles to San Diego, where we're seeing 6 inch plus rainfalls being indicated. Of course, you go into the mountains of the Sierra Nevadas, that's a lot of snow, as well as up and down the Rockies. We're going to be seeing a lot of snow. Meanwhile, just want to show you here, this is the temperature anomalies for the next 7 days. There really isn't too much to speak of as far as cold air is concerned. As we go through Saturday into Sunday, you see that large area of above normal temperatures in Canada begins to slowly get eaten away, but it's still the dominating force across the United States through next weekend. And now we're into the week beginning Monday, February 12th. It's after that we start to see a gradual change to near or below normal temperatures. But as always, it seems to come at the end of the forecast period anyway. So, you know what? When it happens, and then we'll talk about it. I'm tired of watching weather models showing colder schemes in the long range that never seem to get here. getting the hope of snow lovers up, only to have them come crashing down. So we might as well just have everything crash down now and just go with the idea that nothing much is going to happen here through the weekend and next week. You see low pressure coming out of North Texas gets forced down into the Gulf of Mexico, off the southeast coast of the United States, and then out to the east with no consequence. We will be dry. Let's call it on the chilly side into the middle part of next week. Then we'll probably warm up a bit. But it doesn't look like we're going to see any chance for rain or showers until maybe next Friday. And that's not even a certainty. We could possibly go dry for 10 days or longer before we start to have to deal with weather systems that have a little bit more punch to them. So enjoy your weekend. The Joe and Joe Weather Show podcast will be back Sunday night at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time. So we have a few things to announce. I am in day 3, finishing up day 3 of COVID. I am better. My fever's gone. Just a little bit of leftover congestion. So if this works out like it did the last time, I should be fine by the time we get to Sunday afternoon. So everybody have a great day. We will see you on Sunday.